What is up, YouTube? This is CoolStoryBrobat with the 26th narrated Showdown battle. This one is against somebody off Showdown named Rippyfangs. This is another UU match. I'm using my favorite stall team because 1, this team is the team I have the most confidence in, and 2, I really love annoying people to death with stalling. But anyway, if you can guess what the #1 thing on his or her team is that's the most annoying for this team, I'll give you a cookie. If you guessed Abomasnow, then you were totally, completely wrong. It's not Abomasnow, it's Sigilyph. Sigilyph has Magic Guard, which completely ignores damage from status problems, entry hazards, from anything that's not an attack. My team revolves around spamming status problems and entry hazards and shuffling the opponent into them. So, you can kind of realize that Sigilyph can't do anything to me, but I can't do anything to it. Sigilyph can't do anything to me because, stored power doesn't affect Umbreon, and Snorlax has enough special defense to take anything it throws at it, as you're going to see later on. Anyway, I lead off with the Gunshow, as they lead off with Abomasnow. I switch out into Umbreon thinking I was going to take a grass-type special attack like Giga Drain or something, but he goes for a substitute, so I realize it's the Sub-Seeder set. I switch out and Z's up my Snorlax because I know I have to phase him out with Whirlwind. He gets the lead seed up on me, good play, so I decided to go for the Whirlwind as I take a Blizzard. Thick Fat plus Snorlax's massive HP and special defense really made Blizzard like almost useless against it. It brings in Dusclops. I switch out and go for my Sea-Rays Walls, my Gligar, because I want to set up on it quickly as possible. And they decide to Will-O-Wisp me on a switch-in, and they send in Claydol, their own Rapid Spinner. I go for the Stealth Rock. I decided to switch out the Cofagrigus to block the early game Rapid Spin, but she was pretty smart and decided to use Toxic. Caught me on a switch-in, good play. And I decided to switch out to, who did I switch out to? They switched out to Umbreon. I went for the Shadow Ball, hoping it would hit their Claydol. Claydol got switched out to Umbreon, so Umbreon took the Shadow Ball. They're gonna probably try to set up Wishes right now, so that was a good play on their part as well. I sent in my Z's up, my Snorlax. They went for the Toxic actually, and I went for a Body Slam, just to see how much it would do to Umbreon, just to annoy it. And next I went for the Whirlwind. It brings in no, I took a Toxic. I went for the Whirlwind. It brings in Abomasnow. It takes damage from the hazards, but it's healed up by the Wish afterwards. So I decided to, I went for the rest, I think, after taking another lead seed, because I know I was going to be losing a lot of HP if I didn't go to sleep this turn. So I go for the Sleep Talk after resting, and I take another Blizzard to the face, and it really just does nothing to Snorlax. It gives me Whirlwind from Sleep Talk, so it brings out Claydol, and I decided to switch out to, I think I switched out the Umbreon here. Was it Umbreon? Yeah, it was Umbreon. Yeah, he goes for the Stealth Rock, or she goes for the Stealth Rock, I don't know. I'm just going to refer to him as he or she during this entire match. And they go for the Earthquake, gets a critical hit on me, actually does a pretty good amount for what Claydol does, but like I said, it was a crit. I go for the Toxic on Claydol, and it's poison, so they switch out going to Scolipede. Scolipede's Mega Horn threatens my Umbreon in the next week, so I have to switch out. I decided to go for Blastoise because 1, I know Scolipede can set up hazards on me, and 2, Blastoise is physically defensive and can take a Mega Horn any day from this amount of HP it has. So I knew they were going to predict me going for the Rapid Spin and sending Dusclops, so I went for Toxic. However, I missed, so I have to go for it again, and they hit me with a Will-O-Wisp. And the more annoying part of it all is that it's Rest Talk Dusclops, as I found out. I stayed in and went for a Scald just to see what they were going to do, but yeah, they decided to go for a Rest this turn. So now that I know what set that Dusclops is running, I'm not going to be as worried about it because, like I said, it also can't do anything to my team. I decided to Roar after taking another Will-O-Wisp. I'm already burned, so it doesn't do anything. It brings in Abomasnow. Because it's the Sub-Seeder Abomasnow set, I'm not worried about taking the Grass move anymore, so I decided to go for the Rapid Spin. And it kind of intrigues me as to why they're running Sub-Seeder Abomasnow, because Abomasnow grants no extra benefits to their team. The only Pokemon immune to Hail is Sigilyph, otherwise the Hail just messes up your leftovers recovery, and you don't gain HP back every turn. I mean, if you wanted a Sub-Seeder, you could have gotten Whimsicott, Sceptile, even Shaymin, but it's not my team, not my problem. Anyway, I roared out, brought in Dusclops. Since it's sleeping, I decided to bring in Umbreon to try to set up a Wish on it because I needed to heal my Blastoise back up. it brings in Sigilif, so this is a perfect chance for me to heal up. I'm at 9% and I'm this close to dying. I was hoping I didn't. Thank goodness I didn't. I get healed up from a wish. And I decided to go for a roar because they're really trying to set up with Sigilif on me and I'm not having it. I could have just switched into Snorlax, but you know, I didn't want him to get enough boost that it would actually do something. So they brought in Scolipede. Being physically defensive, I thought Blastoise could take a Mega Horn from that amount of HP. It couldn't. It fainted. They decided to set up spikes on me. I revenge killed their Scolipede with Shadow Ball. And 24k is now in the game. I have to switch out because Umbreon does, you know, just walls 24k flat. And plus I needed to heal my own Umbreon, so I went for that. I decided to go for my own wish just as he went for his wish. He went for Protect to make sure he gets his wish. And I went for wish, heal myself up, blah 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 blah. I went for Toxic, predicting him to switch into something else, but I wasn't expecting him to bring in Sigilif on me. Because, you know, Sigilif has one attack and I'm dark. So I guess they were expecting me to switch out. But, you know, whatever. I'm not going to let Sigilif set up even though it can't do anything to my Umbreon. I decided I'm just going to bring in Z's up. And he goes for another Cosmic Power. I went for Rest because I need my health back. And I'm confident that I can take anything from Sigilif. You know, I'm not worried about it. He keeps going for Cosmic Power. I go for the Sleep Talk. It gives me Whirlwind. Phases it back out. Brings in a Abomasnow. Now somebody spectating a battle was like, you know, I think Cool Story's only winning because of Sleep Talk BS. Like that kind of offended me a little bit because, you know, it's like you're saying the only reason I'm even doing any good in this battle thus far is because of hacks, is what you're saying. Because, you know, this isn't a close battle right now, and because, you know, my predictions are not making a difference at all. It's kind of what you're assuming, but whatever. Anyway, some stuff happens here. I withdrew. I brought in Rosetta Stone. He sends in a Abomasnow. I predicted he was going to switch out into a Abomasnow and went for the Sludge Bomb. I kind of lured it. So I killed off his Abomasnow. I'm no longer worried about it. I bring in Z's up because, you know, I don't want to have to worry about Rosetta Stone taking a Psychic move. I could have set up my spikes, but she still has Claydol in the back. So I don't want him to just get rapid spun away. So I decided to just stay in, go for Sleep Talk repeatedly, trying to get Whirlwind. It gave me rests, but it's cool. I can still take anything from Sigilif. I go for Sleep Talk again. It gives me Whirlwind. It brings in Dusclops. I wake up and go for the Whirlwind. Dusclops, for whatever reason, didn't use Sleep Talk, so it kind of let me get a free Whirlwind off on it. And they bring in Claydol, and they go for the Rapid Spin right here. Oh no, they go for the Stealth Rock right here. I go for the Body Slam. Thanks to the extra Toxic damage and the Hail damage. And the Hail, which like I said was of no benefit, it allows me to KO with Body Slam again. They Rapid Spin my hazards away. I'm sort of forced to stick with a layer of Spikes and a Stealth Rock. But like I said, I'm not worried about it. I'll Whirlwind, bring in Dusclops, and this battle is pretty much the most this part of the battle is the most infuriating part for my opponent because they just cannot get past Snorlax. They just can't get past it no matter what they do. Scolipede was probably their best bet because it was their only physical attacker. Not only that, but it actually could have hit hard, and that's the #1 thing I was worried about. Once Scolipede was down, I realized all I had to do was just stall the opponent out as best as I could. And this is sort of what happens. I rested up, healed myself all the way back up, Sleep Talk, Whirlwinded, brought in Umbreon. And I decided there was no better time than right now than for me to set up again. Because now that Claydol is gone, they can't Rapid Spin. So I decided to bring in C-Ray's Walls. And I go for the Stealth Rock as they switch into Dusclops. Dusclops I'm not worried about. What's it doing to me? What's it really doing to C-Ray's Walls though? Nothing. I go for Roost to heal myself back up. Just in case. They go for Sleep Talk and it gives them rest. Kind of unfortunate. But I decided to bring in Rosetta Stone because now I'm going to spam spikes on them. Even against Sigilif, as you're going to see here. They go for a Sleep Talk and get rest again. And it's pretty unfortunate. But I'm still not worried about it. I go for the Leech Seed just to scare Dusclops out because I think they weren't paying attention because they went for a third Sleep Talk and didn't realize that they woke up that turn. So kind of beneficial to my part. I go for spikes on their Sigilif, and they're just going to try to set up Cosmic Power. Roserade has good special defense, so I'm pretty sure I could take a Psycho Shift from anything below plus like 3 or 4. So, yeah, I go for another layer of spikes. I get all 3 layers up and Stealth Rock, so you know that this stalling is not going to go, that you know that it's about to get real. I bring in Z's up again because, like I said, Sigilif can't touch it. I can phase it back out with Whirlwind, and pretty much I'm going to drive my opponent up the wall. Like, even a +3 or, yeah, that was +3. Store power did like 21% to Snorlax. It's not hitting. They have no type of attackers, no means of really killing off my Snorlax. So I'm just gonna sit here, I'm just gonna spam sleep talk. It gives me rest, it doesn't do anything. So I decided to just wake back up, and knowing they were gonna protect after using Wish, I used rest on myself just to heal back up. Because there's just no better way to break someone's confidence than making them do everything they just did to whittle you down all over again. So they switch in Sigilif, and like I said, I can't do anything to it. You know, I body slam, but once they start setting up cosmic powers, it's, you know, I can't do anything afterwards. They roosted, healed all the damage back off. I went for sleep talk, it gave me rest again. And he goes for store power without setting up. A critical hit did 6% to Snorlax. That's serious. That is serious. So I Whirlwind, brings in Umbreon again, 3 layers of spikes. They go for Wish, I go for Whirlwind again. It brings in Dusclops, lands on 3 layers of spikes. His feet are hurting, I can tell. And I decided to go for Whirlwind again. He uses Seismic Toss. Now it's pretty much a case of, as long as Dusclops doesn't come in on a Wish, it's gonna die if it comes back in. And that's the exact situation I wanted to set up for it. They go for Protect again. I have no idea why. Just to stall me out of Whirlwinds, I guess? I don't know. Because the hell keeps their leftovers from really doing anything good to them. They go for Wish. It brings in Sigilif. Now, I'm not going to Whirlwind again in the event that it brings out Dusclops and heals it back up. So I decided to stay in a Body Slam after taking a Psycho Shift. And it paralyzes Sigilif, which I think was pretty funny. I thought it was pretty funny. He goes for the Cosmic Power. I go for the Whirlwind. Brings in Umbreon again, and did he go for a Wish again? I think he did go for a Wish here. I'm trying to remember, but either way, oh, he just forfeited. Yeah, he forfeited. Good game, Rippyfangs, even though you left before I could say it. And anyway, yeah, like I said, very annoying stall team. This team gets a lot of forfeits, similar to the one you just saw here. Scolipede was probably that team's biggest chance at taking out my team, and I was actually kind of worried about Scolipede because I wasn't sure how well Blastoise and Gligar could take it on, or Cofagrigus, because they're all physically defensive. And Scolipede was the biggest threat to Snorlax and Umbreon because of its stab physical Mega Horn, which could have put a massive dent in either one of them and probably KO'd Umbreon in one hit. But I was fortunate enough to take it down. Once I took out Scolipede, their team was not as threatening to me, and it pretty much just turned into me shutting them down with my special wall Snorlax. And like I said, I think it's just kind of interesting they used the Abomasnow. I think they would have fared better if they used like Shaman, Scoutile, Whimsicott. They all could use Substitute and Lead Seed effectively. And they don't bring on Hail, which hurts your team more than it helps you in this case. But anyway, good game. Like I said, like, comment, subscribe, favorite. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.